Alright. So, my name is Giuliano Argenti. This is GoodNoodleMMA.
What's up?
I just noticed your hat, dude.
Yeah, my hair is a fucking mess right now.
I can't see your hair. You look like you look like a cancer kid. Oh, in the hat. No, with the hat on, because it's covering all your hair.
My hair isn't terrible today, but it was bad earlier.
Dude, my hair's wet right now because it was fucking abysmal. I woke up recently. So this says free ParadoxxTheChad. I was gonna write it bigger, but my red pen ran out of.
Why is he going into debt?
No, it's way more involved. So you didn't know that. Not a lot of people know that ParadoxxTheChad is a scholar. In a very niche major at university. He studies the fucking mating habits of the Australian platypus. And he's been at it for years. Yeah, no, for real. And but I think this comes down to one's personal ethics. Like, so ParadoxxTheChad, for those of you that don't know, ParadoxxTheChad is well over 7 feet tall, and his fucking for real. He plays it down and says he's like 6'8", but he's really like 7'11". But as with other platypus fucking majors, at university, he has his own platypus farm, and it turns out that someone, not saying it was him, has been experimenting and trying to create a new breed of platypus, ones that can fly. And a couple of these creatures escaped, and ParadoxxTheChad, he went running after them down the cobblestone roads of his English fucking settlement. And, being as tall as a goddamn giraffe, he smashed his head into a fucking, street light. And, he woke up in the hospital chained to a fucking train car of hospital beds, given his height. He's now being held in custody without bail. He's a flight risk because, of course, he could ride one of his flying platypuses, or platypi, however you say it. The whole situation is fairly sickening, but I do think he should be released. Paradox, you're still my friend.
Does he also have a bet with you this card?
Yes, actually.
Okay.
Well, charge my phone. That brings us actually to UFC 312 because it is in fact the first fight in which ParadoxxTheChad and I disagree. I wish that was all we disagreed on, but it's the whole playing God, trying to make platypuses fly. It's a fucking
interesting situation.
Dude, that motherfucker's voice is really funny. I wish I could do a better impression of him. Oven baked. It's like.
Do you think DJ Aiden's gonna visit him in the hospital?
Oh, true. Yeah, this might be your moment. No, I almost addressed DJ Aiden directly. I can't do that. All right. Enough local references, or whatever the fuck you'd call them.
Yeah. Cutaways.
Lord. Yeah. All right. So UFC 312. People are bitching like bitches about this card, dude.
It's not terrible. It's not pay-per-view worthy, but it's not terrible.
See, this is what I think. I mean, dude, it's like people go, oh, this shouldn't be a pay-per-view. Less than 1% of the people talking about how this isn't worth the money for pay-per-view have never paid for a pay-per-view in their life. But
I pay for good pay-per-views. All I'm saying.
I do too. I mean, I do too, just because I don't want the shit to lag. But
right, that's the only reason why. Like, UFC, like, what was it? 300. I bought that for sure.
That's like the one to buy.
That's even people who always pull up a link, they for sure bought that.
You know how much I'm not a casual? I pre-ordered this.
You pre-ordered it. Okay. I bought 301.
Nice.
I don't feel like a lot of people bought 301. A lot of people hated it, but I bought 301.
301 was
it was pretty good.
That was where I should have caught. Yeah, no, it was great, but that was where I should have caught Vitor Petrino for his fraudulent bullshit.
Fucking stuck himself into a guillotine.
Leon Edwards, like,
oh my god,
lack of fight IQ. Feeding your neck to Anthony Smith, like Paradox,
and then slamming yourself backwards.
Yeah, no, he was
and then we had to listen to Anthony Smith. There's levels to this.
Yeah, Anthony Smith got a few months to talk about how there's levels to this shit. I think only.
And then he got humbled by Delidze.
Dude, Roman Delite up a weight class. Yeah, that was, and then coped with it too. Poor bastard. Anyway, oh yeah,
he got fucking splattered by Reyes.
Yeah, let me not say rough justice again because I got banned for that, or shadow banned.
Oh, okay. Is that really a shadow bannable?
Dude, that prediction video got shadow banned. Oh, I know what I mentioned that I can't fucking mention.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna do it because YouTube is I don't know if it's YouTube or if it's a certain triad of people with very illegal proclivities that attempt to flag my shit. But anyway,
one would say they're not good at fighting.
Huh?
One would say this person isn't good at fighting.
Definitely not actually. So UFC 312. It's it's an esoteric card, like I said, no Rigo, but fucking esoteric meaning like. So it's interesting, right? It's an interesting card. You go fight for fight, and there's honestly, it's like, tell me one fight that's not good on this card, to be honest. Like, and
Jimmy
it's like,
Crute.
I think Bellato is gonna I think Bellato is gonna make it an impressive casualty of Jimmy Crute. I really do. And I mean, and that is a weak one, and the fact that it's on the main card, yes, I do understand that. But even that fight, dude, I don't think it's particularly like, I mean, I really like a lot of the prelims. Tafa versus Teixeira is probably, I mean, that other than the main event, of course, that's my fight on this card. So yeah.
I'm actually really hyped for DDP versus Strickland too. Like a lot of people
me too.
The thing is I really hope it's a more decisive win this time. I'm rooting for DDP. You're rooting for Strickland, but I don't care if Strickland wins because I do like Strickland, but I want DDP to win. But I don't care if Strickland wins. I just want it to be decisive. If we get another split decision, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. And God forbid it be like a split decision that should have gone to DDP, but then goes to Strickland. Then you can call it 1-1 now.
I mean, that would be real rough justice. To be honest.
Yeah, I mean it would, but like.
But no, I mean, I think in all probability it does go to decision, but I can see it. I mean, I think it's gonna be more decisive. I hope so. Anyway, but before we get to the main event, we have every other fight on the card to discuss first. So
first fight, Hyun-Sung Park versus Tumendemberel. I'm going Tumendemberel.
Really? You switched up?
I switched up. I'm going Tumendemberel because I remember his last performance. I thought he won. If it's the performance,
he definitely was robbed in his last performance. So
yeah, this is because it was 1-1, and then it was the third round was even on strikes, and then he like stumbled the dude at the end, which should have given him the round.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh, that was so frustrating. I had a party.
I switched up too, but I was taking Tumendemberel. Now I'm taking Park. And why am I taking Park? So I didn't want to believe that Park was the better fighter. For the Macau card, bro, I did research like no one does research, bro. I VPN my way into literally
regional shows
in Indonesia, to watch Tumendemberel, some of Tumendemberel's early fights. He has a fight in this it's a Japanese promotion, but for some reason you have to go to Indonesia VPN wise to get there. He's a 7-second knockout. Again, and it was a title fight. But then take a closer look, and his opponent fighting for the title in this promotion was an 0-1 opponent. Now, so road to UFC is very underrated. So you have Tough, the Ultimate Fighter. You have Dana White's Contender Series. You have Road to UFC. Road to UFC is Asia based, and I don't think it's really even an argument that some of that like on average the toughest, like that you cut your teeth more coming out of there, than you do. I mean, because
it really depends. Because
unless you have and who's to say what's his name the 5'8" dude, 5'8" middleweight black dude who finally
Torres Finney.
Yeah, Torres Finney. Like unless you're you show a submission, a knockout, and a decision win on the Contender Series, it's like now it's like okay, this guy's proven himself. You're offered a 3-fight contract or whatever off of a single win, and so many of these guys have gone in there and gotten fraud checked. I'm very, very, and then especially guys just coming in off other promotions debuting.
My only thing is road to UFC, getting there can be easy, especially if you're from India, because a lot of those guys will
Well, yeah. A lot of them are Chinese and Korean. A lot of honestly, I think the majority are Korean, but Tumendemberel was on there, Mongolian.
Yeah,
he was Mongolian, and that's a very, very, very huge reason why I like him. But I have to take Park. So I went back and watched their goddamn Road to UFC fights. They both actually fought the same guy. This guy, what's his name? Q-Ram, or he's a Top Noi Q-Ram from Thailand. He's Muay Thai. He's fought in UAE Warriors. He was submitted by Park in the first round.
Then Tumen took him to a split.
Yeah, no, that's MMA math, doesn't really work. But if you look at Park's, that was Park's last Road to UFC fight. It was he locked up a first round submission. It was if I remember correctly, it was a guillotine from a kneeling position because so he had shot a takedown which Q-Ram had defended, by just jumping, sprawling his legs back. And then Park got on the ground because the guy's upper body was a little too low to the ground, and submitted him with it was pretty high fight IQ shit. And and he won his first fight by first round knockout. Against
this guy's got a high finish rate too.
Yeah, very high finish rate. And then now this is where it becomes you look at somebody's debut, right, in the UFC. Okay, a lot of people get checked. His first fight in the UFC, against Seunguk Choi, Korean guy, right? Also a road to UFC guy. He came in off 2 unanimous decision wins. He was submit now, and then he went back to Road to UFC after losing the Park and didn't perform so well. But regardless, Park submitted him in the 3rd round. That was it works tough where the final Road to UFC finals are, on UFC cards, the 2 guys against each other.
Right.
That was the dude was dominated for the majority of the fight, and then the submission finally came in the 3rd round. Now, in his last fight, which was a year and 2 months ago, on the Song versus Gutierrez card at the end of 2023, he knocked out Shannon Ross in the 2nd round. Now, the thing about knocking out Shannon Ross is my female cousin and your girlfriend and my ex-girlfriend have all knocked out Shannon Ross. Jesus Aguilar has a 19-second knockout over him. Shannon Ross was literally knocked out in the 2nd and 1st rounds of his last 4
Would you
fights.
compare it to a Matt Schnell knockout or submission at this rate?
Even easier than Matt Schnell. Same weight class, never ranked. Matt Schnell at one point was a ranked fighter.
Matt Schnell actually had a chin at one point.
Yeah, Yes, he did. Shannon Ross. Shannon Ross has a girl's name and a woman's chin.
Fucking Shannon, bro.
And everything about him is, everything about him is, just vulnerable. But that being said, and that being said, it's like, am I, do I take, so I take it away from Park that it took him to the second round to knock out Shannon Ross? Not necessarily. Tumendemberel is I think he's a really good fighter. I don't think.
You just don't think he's good enough to beat?
I don't think he has. He has grappling. He had an impressive submission in his second road to UFC fight. It's just that. And he does have the reach advantage too, 5-inch reach advantage. They're both 5'7" flyweight. 71-inch reach on Tumendemberel, 66 on Park. The thing with Park is that he's just a more aggressive fighter. And the reach advantage can be a disadvantage. When somebody's close to you, and to get power on strikes, you're basically fucked when somebody comes up the middle. I think I don't know that Tumendemberel gets finished necessarily, but I think he's gonna get rocked, and I think he's gonna get outstruck.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to take him so badly. He's Mongolian, dude. Like,
yeah,
Genghis Khan DNA.
I also just felt bad for him because I thought he clearly won his last fight.
Yeah, he did, and he did get robbed in his last his
Yeah.
last fight, which was his debut, and fucked up his undefeated streak.
Right. It's kind of like who was that one French guy in the PFL with the glass in his foot, and Mark Goddard took away his undefeated record? It was just kind of like one of those bullshit moments where it's like, these guys are both undefeated. I think it was Cedric Doumbé. But
yeah, I remember that actually. Yeah, that was shitty, man. You put yourself in that guy's place, and it's just like, fuck. But yeah, Park, I think, is gonna get he's just gonna get too he's just gonna get too aggressive for Tumendemberel to. You watch his style. He has he needs to. So he I watched, because if you remember his first fight, he didn't look good till the second round. I don't think. He got that knockdown, and he had a submission. Mm-hmm. He almost locked in a submission too. But he was he spent the first round just being held down and almost ground and pounded.
Yeah.
So rushing aggression can fuck with him, and I think that Park's gonna destabilize him. So I'm taking Hyun-Sung Park, but GoodNoodleMMA is taking Nyamjargal Tumendemberel.
Justice for Tumendemberel.
Yeah, dude, it's like I almost hope you're right too. I feel like I told Paradox I sold.
I'm almost picking him in hopes and in spirit just for him,
Yeah.
I think Park does win, but I'm picking him just in case. Sneaky underdog. Also, I think he is good.
Dude, there's so many fucking underdogs on this card, and dude, that's the thing. As a professional gambler, dude, it's like I can't do. Predictions are my bets. They're not my locks.
Dude, I bet UFC 311 was just so fucking, man.
Because I want him to win.
UFC 311 is where parlays went to die. And fucking round robins too. Like Talbot. Oh,
Talbot
man.
was. Dude,
Nakamura. Fuck.
Nakamura has no excuse.
Nakamura has no. Well, so does Peyton Talbot, dude. Takedown defense.
No, neither one of them does. But even
really, you're telling me Johnny Barcelos? Barcelos was the guy.
He should have adjusted after the first round. It's
right. It's just
out
of all the people to do it.
It looked like Anthony Hernandez and Michelle Pereira.
It's just like I think Talbot kind of gave up after the first round. Like he kind of, I don't know. You could kind of see going into the second. Oh shit! I lost him. Shit. Well, I'll continue my thought. After the first round, it seemed to be that he kind of lost motivation. He kind of got bullied a little bit. We'll wait for Giuliano to get back. Or am I gone?
Yo.
You're back.
Yo, yeah, Wi-Fi fucking bullshit. Yo, dude.
good.
Yeah, sorry. But yo, I'm so happy, dude. StreamYard just some OG shit, dude. It kept the recording going, probably because of you. Yeah, because yeah, I don't know what just happened with the Wi-Fi over here. Still in New York, but probably be back in LA for, I don't know. Depends how it goes with this one girl.
All right.
No, but yo. So all right, so you're taking Tumendemberel, but I'm gonna take Hyun-Sung Park.
Yeah.
I think he's more aggressive. I think he's definitely he just has the edge as a striker, and you know he's so aggressive that you know I don't think Tumendemberel is gonna be able to lock anything up grappling wise.
Yeah.
But all right, next fight.
I'm not picking Jubli, bro. I'm not picking Jubli. You lost to Mike Breeden, bro.
Say the
Fuck
fight.
no.
I'm not picking Jubli either, but say the fight.
What, Quillan Salkilld?
No, the Quillan Salkilld versus
Anshul Jubli.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
That is the next fight. Okay.
I'm not picking Jubli, bro. Jubli is
dude,
fucking.
Dude, who's pressuring you to do that? I think Salkild's a lock. I'm taking.
I've had so many people gaslighting me that Jubli's gonna get it done, and it's just like I get it. It was funny the first time you guys said it.
Who's got it?
I got a couple friends.
Who's gaslighting you, little bro?
There's a couple guys in the No Chill Discord, and there's also my buddy. It's just like they're picking him for the memes, and I get that, but it's just like, bro, Jubli is so
dude,
shit, dude.
Should I make a guest appearance in the Discord, like just you know, and then just like
maybe.
Not, I mean, it's like I'll never have that shit regularly, bro. It's like, dude, so much venom comes out of there. Like,
oh yeah,
I've been dragged into conflicts that originated on Discord. So I have nothing to do with that shit. But I mean, that being said, I think you should stay in there because you're fucking.
I thrive off that.
Yeah, you're a gladiator in the fucking Discord.
Except for when Sniff comes after me, I'm like, damn, all right, dude, fuck.
Dude, why? I think he might actually think he might think you really are Jewish, and you know.
I'm not Jewish. Just for the record, I'm not Jewish. I'm a Christian, and it's not even like ancestrally I'm Jewish.
Okay, I'm desperately trying not to have one. You know, I need to get back my my unshadow banned streak for prediction videos, dude.
There's nothing wrong with Jewish people, at all. Fuck Bryce Mitchell. There you go. You're in the algorithm now.
No, Bryce Mitchell's funny, but he's also
he's funny as fuck.
It's like you know, it's like he's not a politician. I you know, I know it's like you know, let's not do every single other MMA YouTuber's video. I mean, MMA Guru did the best one, and I know I'm not dick riding MMA Guru.
He just objectively has the best content. His shit is the funniest.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like with the Bryce Mitchell thing, it's like his video on it was better than anyone else's because you know, because everyone else feels like they have to take like a hardcore stance and everything. You're just cracking up to this shit. It's like that's
everybody else is so terrified to laugh at it, and Guru's out here cracking jokes, you know.
Yeah, and then there's the you know there's the other side of it. There's a small hardcore group on the other end. But yeah. Anyway, so all right. So Salkilld versus Anshul Jubli.
I've got Salkilld round 2. Round 2 knockout.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's just. I mean, I'll be honest, dude. I mean, I think okay. So first, let me say Salkilld is a lock, and by lock I mean round robin, and by round robin I do mean lock. And I mean, we're talking about desperation in finding locks on this card, but you know, he is one. Like, yeah, Jubli is. He did lose to Mike Breeden, and he was knocked out by Mike Breeden. in his UFC debut. Now, that's his UFC debut, not Mike Breeden's UFC debut. Breeden was on a 3-fight losing streak, including getting knocked out in the first round twice by Terrence McKinney and Aleksandre Hernandez. Aleksandre Hernandez might be somebody. Aleksandre Hernandez is a, I just don't like him.
Dude, remember when everybody thought he was like the new thing before he fought Cerrone? Oh shit.
I really dislike Aleksandre Hernandez. I almost don't even understand why. I mean,
was it the Cowboy Cerrone shit?
No,
No?
I don't even. I'm not like I'm not one of those people that like just you have to respect Donald Cerrone. I mean, I don't mind Donald Cerrone. It's just like it's just the way he talks and the way he fights. It's just like he's I don't know. I mean, the way he fights is very it's very I don't know. I don't know what to call it. It's like he fights with like he eye pokes people and groin strikes people quite a bit, and he's grabbed the cage a lot, and I don't think he might have had a point deducted once, but like he fights in like it's like I'm surprised he wasn't the first guy to bite somebody in the UFC.
Who the fuck was
Igor Severino, bro?
Yeah.
And he was on wasn't he on that Rising? Oh yeah, I picked him on that Rising card and he won. I was so happy. Bite of the night, bro.
Bite of the night.
And then the dude that he fought that got bitten went on to decimate Felipe dos Santos.
Yeah.
Who did not make Manel Cop look good. And then Cop just looked excellent against Bruno Silva. So
either way, I mean, there's not much like to this fight. I mean, Anshul
really is. You're talking about Sal. Yeah, back to Jesus. You're supposed to stop me from digressing.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like Anshul Jubli, like I think he might get like a verbal submission, like when he's on top of Salkilld. Like he might just smell so bad that he's like, oh my god, get him the fuck off of me, Like, yeah. Who knows?
I do know what you mean, but once again, the shadows, dude. But I mean, whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna walk on eggshells. Salkilld has such bad. His face is so badly pockmarked. It looks like he was cut with razor blades. He looks like Ginger Baker, the drummer from Cream.
Yeah.
But he's that being said, dude, he's an Australian man with and he looks like he belongs in the Australia of like the early 19th century where just had what they call them like bush rangers or some shit. It's like the Australian outlaws. His Contender Series fight was actually, I mean, you've seen it, I assume. It was closer than people. Oh my god, what is wrong with the Wi-Fi? It's like it's not good.
It'll cut out every so often.
No, don't reset it. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, I'll like 28 minutes into a prediction video. If the shit cuts out, dude, I'm taking my channel down. No, it's all right. Don't worry. All right. So anyway, though, yeah, Salkilld, dude, he's like, the rear naked choke he got, and if you ever watched Eternal MMA, that was the promotion that he fought in.
I've seen some fights from it, but I didn't see his fights. No.
Yeah, he's
I haven't done too much tape study on this card.
It's okay. I mean, because you know why? Because it's like, what you need to know about a lot of these fighters is like they've had 0-0 opponents, especially in a fight that we're gonna get to soon. But yeah, dude. I mean, Anshul Jubli being finished by Mike Breeden. It's just he did beat Saragi. Saragi, and but Saragi just got submitted by Weston Wilson, and that dude's fucking stupid. that dude just sucks. Like he sucks. Yeah.
Not to do MMA math, but Jubli's losing this shit. I'm gonna be real.
Oh yeah, no, without a doubt. I'm just I'm trying to see it for him, and it just ain't happening, dude. He's I mean, I think Salkilld probably. I mean, Salkilld is gonna shoot a takedown on him, definitely. I mean, Salkilld does set up takedowns with strikes, and he's got a 6-inch reach advantage of the same height. Once again, it's another fight with two guys the same height, where one is just a massive reach advantage. And but this time I think that's the guy that wins. Salkilld. I'm taking Salkilld. I'm gonna say he's a lock. I will make obviously a last minute betting advice video, but yeah, Salkilld by fucking.
I got him by a knockout in the second round.
Yeah, I have him by terrorism in the tire fight.
Up the card, Kevin Jousset versus Jonathan Micallef.
Okay, this fight, this is like the first fight where I'm actually I like Kevin Jousset a lot, dude. I think he's a really good fighter. He has the potential, I think, to be a prospect, despite his. I mean, Brian Battle knocked him out. It's like, I'm sorry, it's like, no shame, like in that. He could have looked better against Song. His the first round submission against Kiefer Crosby made me very happy, because that was also in Australia. Also, Sean Strickland's belt-winning performance against Izzy, and and Kevin Jousset was, if I remember correctly. I mean, this is before I had a channel. Kevin Jousset. He was I think he pretty sure was an underdog, but regardless, Kevin Jousset makes very good adjustments. I think that he's very sneaky with his submissions. He had a submission attempt against Brian Battle in the first round of their fight, and Battle actually had to he had to adjust in the second round and just keep attacking this dude with strikes, because
I remember the finish. I don't remember much else because I was at my sister's and I couldn't watch the entire thing, but it's just like after the Randy Brown performance from Brian Battle, it kind of made me like second guess Jousset, because it's like, okay, you lost a Battle, but Battle looked so shit against Brown.
You can't be like that, man. You can't act like people are only as good as their last fight.
I know, but it is like
that's what
it just put a bad taste in my mouth.
I mean, I get it, dude. And speaking of bad taste in your mouth, and ParadoxxTheChad, who is in prison for breeding flying platypi, as a offshoot of his major in the mating habits of platypus, of the Australian platypus. Speaking of him, right? Yeah, sorry, I trailed off. Digression. Wait. Fuck was
I've got Jousset decision.
Yeah, decision, really?
Decision.
I think you could finish him.
Probably.
But what the fuck was I had something that was. I mean, okay, here. Well, my fucking one brain. Well, my anti-brain battles a part of my brain that's trying to remember what I was gonna say. Let me just say that Jonathan Micallef, who is Kevin Jousset's opponent. He's what is known as a can crusher, even though he fought in Hex MMA, which one could argue is a better promotion, than Kevin Jousset's regional fights, any of them took place in. Although, let me make sure of that. Okay, so Jousset came to Hex MMA. He had 2 fights in Hex before debuting in the UFC. He won them both. First was a split decision win against fucking Italian welterweight who was 0-0, but then he got a knockout win against a guy who's now 1-5. So I mean, neither one of them had particularly impressive careers in Hex. I mean, Hex is coming along, by the way. Hex Fight Series is Australian promotion. It's pretty good.
Is it on Fight Pass?
No, it's not. But yeah, I
Fuck.
mean, if you have a VPN, dude, like it's I think it's I don't know how much it costs. Actually, it's really not. It's like Australia. It's like $10 Australian.
Yeah.
And like it's like annual. I'm pretty sure. But I mean, it's whatever. You can find it if you look for it. But anyway, yeah. I mean, I think Jousset is a lock. To be honest. Um, I mean, I think I mean, I think he. I mean, Micallef is probably gonna try to. He's probably gonna try to overpower him and submit him. You know, but Jousset's striking is Jousset can grapple. I
Mhm.
don't, I'm not gonna say Micallef's like, it's actually very hard to tell which one of them is a better grappler. Probably Jousset since he has a submission win in the UFC, and Micallef's coming off of a contender series first round submission, which wasn't
Mhm.
unimpressive, but it's just like it
The
really
dude
is
was
just a
like
different thing.
5-0 versus the guy who uh Jusei submitted being like 10-3. There's like leaps and bounds in
Yeah, and
in
one was an
experience.
actual UFC fight, and the other was
Right.
finish. And Jousset has gone on to to continue to win. I mean, except for his last fight, which is against one of the best unranked prospects. So all right, yeah. So I'm taking Kevin Jousset as a lock. To be honest.
All right then.
Okay.
Up the card, Cody Steele versus Rongju.
Yeah, this one, dude.
I'm picking
Um,
Cody Steele.
so I am taking Cody Steele. Now, this is what gave me. People think this is an opening shot, right? Cody Steele's 7-0, right? He looked good. Second round KO contender series. He fought in Fury Fight Club before that. Um, Against an 0-2 opponent. Before that he fought a 1-2 opponent. Before that he fought an 0-0 opponent. Right. His
Mhm.
opponent on the contender series was 6-2, Jason Blair, American dude. That guy came off of Cage Warriors though, and that guy honestly, it's like you would think he would have won the fight. So Cody Steele has speed. That's one thing about him. He darts around. He darts around, and he's very good at sniping shots like to where they need to go. He hit this dude with a knee to the liver, right,
Mhm.
right at the end of the first round. Which had there been another like 10, 20 seconds, it would have been a first round finish. Dude had enough time to recover to survive 4 minutes into the second when dude was I believe it was. Do you remember that knockout? Cody Steele's knockout in the contender series.
So
Pretty
was that
sure it was
3 months
right.
ago?
It was in October. Yeah, October. I'm pretty sure it was a fucking right straight, but it was a right straight like on the button too.
Mhm.
It was like go this way diagonal. He looks he his eyes are where they need to be, and that's where he puts his shots. Rong Zhu though is 5 years younger than him, 24 years old, with a 25-6 record. So what that means is that Cody Steele is 29 years old with 7 professional fights. He is undefeated. His opponent is 5 years younger with 31 professional fights. So 24 more professional MMA fights than he has. Rongju is, and the fact that it's not just more experience; it's the 5 years younger as well. It makes me hesitate a little bit. I mean, Rongju has, he has he has fought in the UFC once. He was knocked out by it was a TK. It was a doctor stoppage against Chris Padilla. If you remember, it was on the Gilbert Burns versus Sean Brady card. And
Trying to
yeah,
remember that fight.
yeah. Rongju looked bad. He was
Yeah.
yeah. Chris Padilla made him made him very opened and bloody. But
I have
his
trouble remembering these fights.
man,
I need to start like actually taking notes of fights like Guru does, because I know Guru like has like he has like brief breakdowns after every card, and And you can just go back
Yeah,
and
the
read those.
breakdowns after every card are actually worth you know, maybe worth doing. I think I did one after the first video I ever did, like the first for 307, but I mean, you know, it's like I'm live streaming on like a fight companion, so I'll just talk about it in the moment. And, you know, bitch about whatever whoever lost if I pick them. But honestly, I mean, the thing about Rongju that makes him, you know, because originally I was gonna take Rongju. I'm like, there's Cody Steele's gonna get taken to school. It's like he's had 7 professional
He just
fights.
has so much more fights than him.
Yeah, and then but then so it's like yeah, okay, Rongju lost his debut, but like he's done this dance before, but and then I looked at his road to UFC, and he won his 3 road to UFC fights. The first round knockout on one, submission on the other, unanimous decision. So I rewatched those, and basically, I mean, his style is very, very just try to it's as if like he's like not allowed to move laterally. Kind of like that Irish guy what the fuck is his name? Fuck, the dude with the web, like he looks like he has a webbed neck. He's like, I think he's a bantamweight. It might be. It's not Kiefer Crosby. It's fuck is his name? I can't remember. He who did he lose to? I'm trying to remember. Regardless, dude, he can't. He has issues with lateral movement, and I think Cody Steele's speed and just dynamic striking and ability to move. Like move dynamically and adjust is I mean, yeah, he's gonna win. I'm not gonna say Cody Steele's a lock just because I mean it's his first fight in the UFC. He's very, very much less experienced than a dude who's 5 years younger than him, just in terms of just numbers of fights, which does matter.
Right.
He's a decent amateur record, but not. I mean, just in terms of fight experience, like I mean, I'm confident in him enough, but yeah, I'm taking Cody Steele.
Up the card.
Up the
Aleksandre Topuria versus Colby Thicknesse. I'm picking Colby Thicknesse decision.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that Topuria's brother is as heavy a favorite as he is. I really only believe that that's because he's Topuria's brother. Because
this is the thing, right? So people are like, "Oh, look at the opponents that Topuria's brother faced. Look at the opponents that both of them faced. Neither one of them has fought an opponent with even a winning record. Like, and I'm saying like a winning record by one fight. It's been 0-0 or 0-1 or 0-2 opponents. I think there might be like a 1-3 opponent. Like,
if you're talking about now, maybe, but Colby Thicknesse has a guy who was 7-3 when he fought him. He has a guy who was 4-2 and a guy who was 5-3.
Wait a second.
So he has some decent, like in terms of record.
Wait. Hold on. Let's slow this down. He fought his last fight was against Marvin Malunas from the Philippines, who was 0-1 when they fought. Okay, before that, he fought a guy who was 0-0.
Oh, you mean like when they fought him?
Yeah, before that, the guy he fought before that was 0-0. The guy who fought before that was 1-0, I guess. So I guess that counts. Now he's 1-1 because Thicknesse beat him. But the guy he fought before that was 1-2. So it's like Thicknesse. I mean, he fought one guy with a winning record. His record was 1-0. I mean, and that guy took him to a close decision. I think he's got. I mean, he's got grappling. He's fought on Hex, but both those fights were pretty close decisions. And then his most recent fight, he went back to Hex and fought for a belt actually against the Filipino guy who was 0-2. So I think, yeah, I mean, it's not like he's trash, dude. I mean, he is a pretty decent undefeated prospect. The thing I think, dude, and I normally don't like to to just assume, because I mean, corruption happens with the judges. It doesn't, like, and you could call certain matchups corrupt, right? Like, like they're favoring a fighter by feeding people to him. But I think that and actually, I think that's what this is. I think that Topuria, I mean, what do they not want, Topuria's brother to win? Like, he had an original opponent, right, that would have beaten him. I'm trying to remember who that was. But yeah, I mean,
Cody Haddon.
Oh, was it? They were gonna put him against Cody Haddon. Yeah. That, I mean, that might have been. I mean, Cody Haddon. He couldn't finish someone who should have finished on the Roadball tire card. What was the guy's name? I can't remember. It was like the second fight on that card. But Cody Haddon probably would have trucked through Topuria's brother.
Yeah, I think so too.
Aleksandre.
I'm not gonna buy into Topuria's his brother's hype until I see him win in the UFC.
I don't think, dude. I mean, I just don't. I mean, I think he'll win this fight. I mean, I don't think he's coming in on so much hype necessarily. I think that I like the fact that and I like that, by the way. I mean, dude, how many people's brothers have we seen just flounder and fail? Muhammad Usman. I mean, Voltaire Walker, dude. No verbal taps. All right, don't.
Yeah. What was it? Dominic Reyes' brother.
Yeah, Dominic Reyes' brother. Dominic Reyes' brother actually made. We'll get to that because he fought somebody up this card. He made his last fight more competitive than I thought, but he still lost. And Alex, you're talking about Alex Reyes, yeah, but yeah, a lot of people's brothers are trash. And I mean, I like the Taffa brothers. I think Junior Taffa should be fighting at light heavyweight, which I think he wants to, and I don't know what the problem with that is. But regardless, dude, I think Topuria's brother. Keep calling him Topuria's brother, and you know what? I will call him Topuria, even though I'm taking him in this fight. I'm calling him Topuria. He's Topuria's little bro.
He is. I mean, Topuria. The only reason why we know Topuria is because he's knocked out Volkan Holloway.
Yeah,
like that's the only reason why we know his last name.
Well, I mean,
not the only reason.
He had a decent run up to there. I mean,
up to there, but like the only reason why that name is such a household name now is because of the work that he's put in. So saying Topuria's brother is fair.
Is he a household name?
I think so.
Around your
house. Are you making a fucking
around your house though, right? Sorry, my good friend and associate GoodNoodleMMA has a heavy crush on Ilia Topuria, and after this weekend, and maybe his brother too.
Nope.
I mean, it's
bro. I like Oliveira more than I like Topuria.
The ball is in Aleksandre Topuria's court. Whether or not he wants to court GoodNoodle, he needs to win this fight.
That's crazy.
All right. I mean, dude, love can be that way, man. All right. Next fight. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, too much love in this bitch.
Cong Wang versus Bruna, Brasil.
I think it's a lock. I think it's.
I've got Cong Wang.
I think it's Cong Wang. Woe Black Betty, my most trusted and valuable. Actually, I would call him the underboss of my channel. My valued moderator, Woe Black Betty, informed me. I believe last night it was that it's called or the pronunciation rather of it's like Sang. It's pronounced like Sang. Sang Cong, but like whatever, I don't care. The point is I don't care. I'm taking Cong Wang to beat Bruna Brasil. Why? Like she's better. She's a better striker, and she does look for finishes. The Gabriel Fernando loss was like fairly shameful. I mean,
kind of a fluke.
Was it? Yeah, and it's like, was it a fluke? It's like people. What is a fluke really though? It's like, people talk about like fluke. I heard someone saying that there was like it was a fluke uppercut that knocked out. I mean, we'll get to that fight actually for Francisco Prado or whoever. or Gabriel Santos.
Some people called Leon Edwards' knockout over Usman a fluke, and I'm like, dude,
it wasn't
Usman
a
literally,
fluke. It was,
bro, he literally dips his head to the fucking, what's it called, every single
you talking
time.
about the head kick?
Yeah, people were saying that was a fluke, and I'm just like, no, he literally
It
dips
was
his head.
no, it wasn't a fluke. It's just that like if you watch back any of his fights, like you'll see that like his corner, it's like everything has to be in his game plan, or he's essentially fucked. Like and you can hear his corner yells like.
And he was Edward was setting him up with that. Like he could see Usman dipping his head like every single time.
You've watched that fight back, you'll hear his corner literally yelling instructions. So it's like, and you saw it versus Belal, where Edwards just. He, when he wasn't ready for Belal's striking to be that good, he just went wall-eyed and completely, kind of shot the bed. Like, anyway, though, yeah, dude, I think Cong Wang wins. I think, forget the Gabriel Fernandez loss, just only because, don't forget it, but like, because obviously, like, Cong Wang was the darling of the UFC PI in Shanghai, and she really, dude, there's a lot. Dude, I know a guy who put 15 grand on her, even though she was as a straight bet, figuring he'd make an easy 3 grand on his 15, and dude, and trust me, like. And it's like, I'm not saying I know a guy like it was me. I don't make, as people know, no straight bets, no fucking over-unders, please, for the love of God. But yeah,
it's just dude,
right? That's the worst case scenario with straight bets. The best case scenario is you'll make not as much money as you could have. I don't encourage gambling, but for fuck's sake, like, if you're gonna do it, watch my video after this one. And dude, Bruna Brasil is she fought on the Edwards Muhammad, and she hurt Molly McCann. Molly McCann's a tough fucking bitch, dude. Like, do you remember that on the Edwards Belal card? Yeah.
I'm trying to remember it, but yeah.
She was sick, dude. Her organs were. She basically looked like her organs had been punctured, and it happened in the second round, and she fucking, like, there was no way she was gonna win, but she
toughed it out.
That's that Liverpool. That's why I think Paddy Pimlet's. Paddy Pimlet versus Chandler. That's what I want to see UFC.
How about fucking Chandler versus Yoel Alvarez? How about somebody outside the rankings?
No,
Chandler.
No, he needs to be purged from the rankings by someone who needs to come up. You got Joel Alvarez waiting in the wings, Paddy Pimlet. Actually, Alvarez is out of the rankings because of Grant Dawson. They keep replacing them with each other.
I know. It's frustrating.
Give Gamrot to Grant Dawson. Let him do his little, like, like wrestling happy bullshit against a guy who can wrestle as well as him. Even though Dan Hooker deserved that win very much. I think Dan Hooker beats Gaethje, but we're not there yet. Where we are is Wang Cong beats Bruna Brasil.
True. And now
safe to
we move up. Tom Nolan versus Borshchev.
Tom Nolan.
I got Nolan too. I got him decision though.
How he wins, whether it's look. So his debut, as does happen with a lot of octagon debuts, was a finish loss against Nicholas Mota, who's not even very good. It happens, dude. It's like it can be a rite of passage, even in some cases, a first or second fight in the UFC for somebody who becomes like a really great UFC fighter. Winds up being like a finish loss. Happened to Pavlovich, happened to Merab, happened to Islam, Carlos Ulberg, And it's like, look at who knocked those people out. Like, nobody good. Carlos Ulberg got knocked out by Kennedy and Chikiyu at light heavyweight in his first fight, and then he's gone on to fucking be the guy that knocked Alonzo Menefield out in 12 seconds. Like, and arguably
that's Menefield.
Dude, Menefield's not that bad. Just because Carlos Ulberg and Azamat Mirzakhanov are animals doesn't make Menefield trash. He knocked out Dustin.
That's the McKinney of light heavyweight.
He beat Dustin Jacoby, and
Jacoby's shit.
Jacoby there's always a smaller fish, I guess you'd say, because I was gonna say Jacoby just beat Petrino.
How good is Khalil Roundtree? I'm kidding.
The round
That
two
was
is
a
actually
robbery.
he actually put up he gave Pereira the biggest challenge as a champion. Not the biggest challenge at light heavyweight. That was Jan, but yeah.
Well,
I
as a
mean,
champion, yes, but as like a
as a
contender, no.
yeah. That's what I meant. But yeah, dude. I think all right. So yeah, let's get into this because Tom Nolan is really good. I think he's really good, dude. I think that first round finish over Victor Martinez, it's like Victor Martinez had lost to Jordan Levitt, but he's not the worst fighter. The way that Nolan knocked him out was actually it was very smart. Because the way he lost to Moto was he wasn't careful. He wasn't careful. He wasn't careful against a guy who was shorter than him. Tom Nolan's 6'3" at lightweight, so talking about Jalen Turner, Joel Alvarez territory. His reach is a little bit shorter than like he 73-inch reach. He's got a 4-inch reach advantage over Borshchev, who's 5'11". Borshchev's 8-4, and Borshchev looked. Now Tom Nolan's not a grappler, but so like that threat really isn't there the way that it was with Chase Hooper. But Chase Hooper also outstruck Borshchev. He made the dude his bitch. Let's be honest.
Yeah, Chase Hooper in that fight, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, one of the rounds people were saying like 10-7.
I don't mean to talk about you in the third person, Mr. Hooper. You styled on Borshchev in that fight.
I know. He's my bitch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get jumped by Borshchev. He's gonna mistake me for Chase Hooper.
I'll tell you how you handle that.
Darce?
No. You bag Ilya Topuria, bro, and he'll keep you safe.
This is crazy.
Come on, dude. Like, make your dreams come true, dude.
Chase Hooper beats Ilya, by the way.
Bro. What?
Chase Hooper beats Ilya, by the way.
Stop talking about yourself in the third person. You pretentious as all hell. All right. Actually, that'd be a weird fight, bro.
That really would be a weird fight. I would honestly pick Ilya like body shot TKO. I think he would just fucking rip the body on Hooper.
The real question is, why do people keep not listening to me and failing to understand that these like weight class irrelevant fights that are like basically like fantasy fights are not gonna happen. Like, I know it's one weight class apart, but like Topuria is not fighting Islam and Topuria is not fighting Oliveira.
We are sleeping Islam.
Right.
It's happening.
Well, you're gonna try to see Topuria, and Topuria might be able to beat Islam.
All right, next fight.
Tom Nolan. Okay, I'm taking Tom Nolan to beat Borshchev. Borshchev's a tough opponent, but he is a tough opponent. The last fight against James Lontop's just like, I'm not gonna say he's trash, but he's
Lontop is shit.
Yeah,
I said it.
All right, so Mike Davis. He took Mike Davis to a decision, but Mike Davis, and he lost to Mark Diakiese. Yeah, Borshchev's just like, he had an impressive first fight in the UFC against fucking Dakota Bush, who basically, or actually no, he still, yeah, he fights in some like Iowa local promotion now. The guy that Borshchev knocked out in his UFC debut in 2022. His last finish was against this Chinese lightweight that actually fought on the Macau card against Nicholas Moda and lost, which was embarrassing. Because he lost.
Unfortunate.
What?
Unfortunate.
Yeah, to lose in your home country, embarrass yourself in front of your family, friends, children, and fellow citizens. Yeah.
Imagine flying your family members out just for them to see.
Oh yeah, that's even worse, dude. That's what Anthony Smith did.
Oh my god, bro.
Dude
I hope he fucking retires.
Yo, you got a hickey, don't you? Right there.
Where?
Yo, what happened? Shark attack? Like what, bro?
Don't know, man.
Come on, dude. Yo, flex, bro.
It's been in the video the whole time.
I mean, no, because your name. I don't know if you can see it, but your
My
Good
name's
Noodle MMA
not over it.
name.
On my screen, it's not
Just
over it.
dude, just dip it. Like, come on, and show them the tricep strength too. Do a dip.
I have fuck no.
There you go.
I ain't got no triceps.
Sure you do.
Nope.
Good Noodle MMA, dude. Fresh from the love market. Fucking. This is the title of the album by these electronic musicians. Like, anyway, all right, next fight.
Jack Jenkins versus Gabriel Santos.
Yes.
I've got Jack Jenkins.
I have Jack Jenkins too. Now
leg kick.
Yeah, his leg kicks are good, but and it's like, you know, he was finished by Shebe Mariscal. Shebe Mariscal. I mean, once again, it's like no shame. You know, it's like, you know, losing to him is like losing to Brian Battle in a sense, but you know, and it's like, you know, not knocking out Herbert Burns is, you know, is no less impressive than, you know, losing to Shebe Mariscal is fucking.
Oh yeah, the topic of people whose brothers fucking suck. Herbert
Oh
Burns.
yeah, how did I forget? Yeah, number one. Yeah, Jesus.
Fucking Herbert Burns. I'm sorry, Herbert Burns is so shit, dude.
Yeah, someone needs to do like a, you know, like a fucking just like top 5 or 10 like worst like siblings of UFC fighters who have gotten.
My new fucking video right there.
It's not gonna be me.
I'll do it.
Yeah, go. Yeah, do it. Style on that shit, dude.
Fuck, dude, like
the last style of Bender is fun, dude. There's gotta be. I mean,
what a pathetic way to lose to. Like, I'm sorry, not to like
on his
rub
back,
it in.
yeah, on his back, literally on his back, like you know.
The ref's like, dude, get up, and he's just like, no.
On his back, looking like, you know, looking like he wants to be pegged missionary style, which is you know, which is, yeah, that doesn't belong. It doesn't belong in the UFC. Do people give Nina shit saying that's inappropriate? But like Herbert Burns presenting like a female animal, like goddamn.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, dude.
Dude, he does the thing that his brother does after every loss and like balls his eyes out.
Yeah, but like, I mean,
I'm sorry, but like that needs to be addressed. Like every bad loss that they've ever had, you see one of them just fucking bawling their eyes out. Like, I get it with the Usman loss because, you know, they used to train together and Usman kind of left the gym and it was kind of this whole thing, right? But like, bro, after the JDM loss and he was just fucking there sobbing, and then
JDM had a broken. JDM shattered his arm and still won that fight, and
I know.
I don't think he shed a tear, bro. I mean, he did get the win.
Like,
so.
The fucking Sean Brady loss, I swear he was tearing up after that shit too.
Well, because that, dude, you have to understand. Now, once again, I mean, like, I was about to say I hate to sound like Sean Strickland, but I don't hate to sound like Sean Strickland. Like, I think like there's certain things where it's like, yeah, it's like, you know, as a man, you shouldn't cry. I mean, you know, and
especially not after a fight, though. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean Daniel Cormier, you know, kind of, you know, showed the. I mean, Daniel Cormier. No one will ever.
I would say that's excusable. In DC's case.
I don't think so, dude. I think it's inexcusable. I think it's inexcusable, like fat blubbering behavior that really.
Well, I would put more of the blame on Joe Rogan, because he shouldn't have been interviewing him. He shouldn't have been interviewing him. He just got knocked the fuck out.
I mean, dude. I mean, yeah. I mean,
he's literally unconscious, getting his fucking skull smashed in by fucking John Jones. Ruined his legacy, by the way.
He could have left. He could have left the octagon, dude. So could have.
He was probably fucking dazed and confused. Like, he probably didn't even know what the fuck was going on.
Dazed and confused. Great film. I mean, it's an alright film, dude. I'm not a huge Soderbergh fan, but anyway, yeah. I mean, I don't know. DC's mentality. DC has a weird mentality sometimes.
Well, also, it's like, you probably got to factor in, like, all the emotions he's probably going through. Like, he lost his daughter in an accident, and that was... I think it was actually... Never mind. It was the first Jones fight where Jones had brought it up, I think. Like, unintentionally. Like, he didn't know that DC lost his daughter in an accident.
How about what Colby said about Leon? And, I mean, dude, there's been... I mean, dude, you know who... Dude, you remember Walt Harris?
Okay, I'm going to say there's a massive difference between an innocent, like, fucking 6-month-old little girl dying in a car crash where she shouldn't have died and fucking Leon's dad. I'm not defending Colby.
No,
I think he
I'm
was out of
talking
pocket.
about. I'm not talking about like it's like which is more tragic. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying, dude. It's like, you know, people.
Do I though?
And okay, so here's the thing, right? I like, and this is here. You know, actually here, because I want to say this about Strickland, really quick. That like people think that like Strickland is like. I heard someone say that Strickland was ripping off Colby Covington, which is it could not be further from the truth. Colby Covington plays a character like some WWE heel. All right, and by the way, if you're like I will agree with MMA Guru on this. If you're over the age of 11 and you're a fan of WWE, like, you know,
Pedophile.
You really though. It's like
Clown show. Sorry, what?
Yeah, you need word. You need to check out the MMA Clown Show because you'll be well received there. It's for, you know.
I mean, he has Gnome Chat on all the time.
It's for you know, seriously, WWE is like, I mean, it's just like the bottom of the barrel, middle American.
I just don't understand how any. I never found that shit entertaining, not once, never.
At worst, it's
I don't
like,
get it.
You know, there's you do have like.
Even when I was a little kid, I never liked WWE. I just don't get it.
Dude, it's anyway though, I mean, you know, regardless.
Anyways, we're off topic. Jack Jenkins.
Yeah, we're so far off topic.
That was fucking crazy. All right.
Yeah,
Jack
dude,
Jenkins.
Nocho did this to me last week, dude. I mean, actually,
I watched the entire
I do
thing.
it to myself, and then it's like, it's like I infect like you and Nocho with my own,
dude.
like digression disease, and like. But anyway, yeah, Jack Jenkins, dude. Okay, so this is actually a fight that I believe you're, a certain other MMA YouTuber that you may or may not have been, in a little bit of a scrap with, I'll say, in the last few weeks or months, if you
he's not a YouTuber anymore. He's a producer now. If it's the person you're thinking of, he got bitched out of the YouTube channel because he wasn't doing jack shit.
That's wow, damn.
My words, not his.
I didn't know that. Anyway, I believe his contention is that Gabriel Santos is going to win. Now,
Hank thinks Santos is going to win.
I believe he said that the David Onama loss by knockout was a fluke, which I don't really believe in flukes when you're in the second round, almost at the end of a second round, and Onama catches you because you're fucking.
Did he also say the Lerone Murphy fight was a robbery?
I don't know about that, that was his debut, Santos' debut, and he took Lerone Murphy to a split decision, which is not unimpressive.
Which is good.
Not yeah.
Well, I think it's impressive because Lerone Murphy's still undefeated, and he's still
Lerone Murphy's an animal,
bro. He's literally just Leon Edwards at fucking featherweight.
No, bullshit, dude. First of all, hold on. No one had it for Lerone Murphy against Barbosa but me, but even less people had it for Chaos Williams, and even less people have Chaos Williams against Gabriel Bonfim.
I am salty that he beat Barbosa. Barbosa is one of my favorites.
Dude,
he fucking destroyed Barbosa.
He picked Barbosa apart, dude, Lerone Murphy. And
I know, that really pissed me off.
So, but here's the thing, right? Like, a split decision in Santos versus Lerone Murphy, I don't know how, there was a round that Gabriel Santos won, simply by outstriking him, and holding him again, and shooting and succeeding in, I just pulled it up. Yeah, it was 5 takedowns he shot, and he just on sort of. It's I'm not gonna say that Gabriel Santos wasn't trying to do anything with the takedowns and the control time, but he really didn't have anything for him. Most of his strikes were defensive. Lerone Murphy, it was a opening shot 29-28. A little bit, it was nowhere near as close as Murphy versus Dan Ige, which
that was close.
That was very close fight. I
wanted Ige to be the guy to beat him.
Yeah, and I think I had Murphy as a lock. That fight made me nervous when I was watching it.
Because Ige fucking rocked him badly, right?
In the round that definitely Ige won.
And then the last round, it was 1-1 going into the third, and then it was like really close in the last round.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Santos Santos' fight against Leon Revy, not unimpressive. Even whatever judge gave Santos 2 rounds is like, he needs to be investigated. But like as since they're finally doing that, finally corrupt judges are being looked into at long last.
Yeah, that fucking Costa versus Strickland judge needs to be fucking.
Dude, oh my god, man! 4 rounds, one judge gave to coach. And like there were 3 fights on that card, dude. That were split.
Was it Almeida versus
Almeida versus Kopylov?
Kopylov Almeida, yeah.
Dominated.
When I heard split, I was about to lose my.
It was mind. It was insane. And then it was the first fight on the card too. It was what was it? It was Mitch Raposo lost to was it not Andre Fili. It was Andre Lima. Mm-hmm. And it was a 30-27 for Lima, and then one judge went 29-28 to Raposo. I'm sorry. And then finally, when one judge went 30-27 for Tuivasa against Rosenstrike,
that was fucking
lost
sad.
Their job, but
he actually lost his job. And I mean, the thing with Acosta judge versus Strickland, like I re-listened to it muted, like without commentary, and you can audibly hear like 5 people scream "what?" like after they said 49-46 fucking Costa. Everybody was like. And you can see the look on Strickland's face. He's like, "Am I about to get fucking robbed again?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this?"
Yeah, it's like first of all, it's like one of the here, and we'll talk about this when we get to the main event. But yeah, like how did Trust even get that fight? I mean, he's coming off a loss to Whitaker. He was ranked 7th, like going into a fight against the
number 1 contender fight.
Yeah, I mean, they just needed to keep Strickland active. They weren't trying to feed him somebody. I mean. I don't believe that the UFC has ever given Strickland they've ever handed him somebody to go in the win column like they have for so many others. But anyway, I mean Jack Jenkins is going to. I think he's going to be Gabriel Santos. I think his his first 2 fights. The Jamal Emmers fight was definitely impressive. Mm-hmm. And his his debut was impressive actually too. Now the thing is his opponent in his debut got cut from the UFC right after. It was Don Shainis. That guy, it's like nobody knows who that is anymore because people have short attention spans and half you fucking kids are
What are you talking about?
Dude,
just kidding.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Well, actually, no, actually, I'm not. There are a lot of people that.
No, it's bad.
Yeah, it's bad. Unawareness of shit. I mean, I'm not saying that not knowing who Don Shainis is makes you a casual, but but anyway, but what I am saying is that Jack Jenkins has had, it's like people just look at somebody's record and they're like, oh, he only finished Herbert Burns. It's like, yeah, but did you see him fight Jamal Emmers? You see him
I hate when people bring up the record and they've never watched the fight, and it's just
exactly.
It's so frustrating.
A lot of people don't even watch the highlights.
Because I swear, bro, if Rosenstruck was still in the UFC, this is something we brought up earlier. The split decision to Tai Tuivasa. A lot of people will look at split decisions and be like, "Dude, that was a close fight." I'm like, that is not a close fight. If you watch Rosenstruck versus fucking Tai Tuivasa, I don't think. I'm gonna be honest.
The best example of that is Strickland and Costa, where it's like, and that judge was fired. The judge should have been fired in both those cases.
Should have never been working the fucking card, bro.
Yeah.
I swear, I judge better while drunk than some of these dudes when I'm assuming they're sober. To be a judge, you'd probably have to be sober.
A lot of the time, it's like, the qualifications to be a judge, are should be more closely examined, and then there's the local shit where which I think actually there's less of that than there is. I mean that was, am I wrong? Was that was the story with Tuivasa?
The guy was, I think the guy was local. That was 305, and it was also like he's a local guy. It's Tai Tuivasa. He's from that area.
Yeah.
And he wants him to
but it's
win.
Just like, and it's a blatant blatant robbery.
It's just like, what the like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think Tuivasa won a single round from what
No,
I
he didn't.
remember.
No, it was 30-27 for Rosenstrike the other way.
Right, and then he gave it 30-27. Like,
Yeah,
you want to
yeah.
maybe hide a 29-28? Okay, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a 29-28, like, you know, but still unanimous.
For Rosen, I mean, for not for Ty, for fucking Rosen.
I mean,
but like,
you know, and it's, I mean, dude, it's just like, you know, I don't think the local. I mean, I think there's been enough of that, like, and there's been a lot of accusations of that I don't think are real. I think that, you know, a lot of people thought Carlos Leal beat Renat Kretnov, which I think is bullshit, but.
I woke up halfway through the fight because it was at like 6. So I watched the last 2 rounds and I thought, I was like, oh, he's kind of piecing him up, you know. So.
Anyway, Jack Jenkins beats Gabriel Santos. It's gonna be an interesting fight, very interesting fight actually. Because Santos is gonna try to take him down. He's gonna try to take him down, and you know, he will not be able to submit Jack Jenkins. You know, I don't know. You know, he may just be on top of him. You know, for like he was in the 1 round against Lerone Murphy.
He's also 1-2 in the UFC, and I don't know if I trust that.
I mean, I don't. Well, I mean, sure, but look at. So, I mean, you know, his last fight against Yiza was a unanimous decision win. It was pretty goddamn. You know, just it was a boring fight, to be honest. I mean, yes, dude, he dominated Yiza. You know, 30-26. He got 2 30-26s and 30-27. Right, it's a dominant performance. But coming off a fucking 2nd round knockout loss to Onama, and David Onama's a beast. But Santos was undefeated. He was 11. He was 10-0 coming into the UFC. Loses his first fight to Lerone Murphy. Gets knocked out by David Onama. Gets gifted an opponent. Who he should have finished, to be honest.
Right.
And he's 11-2. Jenkins, aside from Chebe Mariscal, I mean, he's 3-1 in the UFC. I think it's like, is this his toughest fight? No, Chebe Mariscal was. It's going to be a much tougher fight than Herbert Burns, but I mean, I think Jack Jenkins has this.
Wait, how is he an underdog? What the fuck? Jenkins is an underdog. I'm just now realizing.
Lines, bro.
I don't know. That's just.
Don't worry about it.
Fucking yeah, I'm gonna
Don't
ignore
worry
that.
about it, bro.
Up the card, Jake Matthews versus Prado.
I have Jake Matthews. I think he's a lock. A lot of people are taking Prado.
I'm taking Matthews as well.
Yeah, Prado. Based on what I don't know, the Daniel Zellhuber fight was somewhat exposing. I mean, he came into the UFC and lost to Jamie Malarkey, which is,
Also, Prado is moving up to welterweight for this fight.
He is doing that. Yes, he is doing that.
I'm sorry, I'm not hearing Lucas Tracy's lighter man skill argument for this fight. I don't give a fuck. He always says lighter man skill. It's kind of like a fucking thing he says.
Lucas Tracy is like, bro. It's like if that dude like he's like nobody gets hurt. Everybody has a fun time, family friendly. Fucking Abercrombie and Fitch model, casual, like harmless kind of retard.
Dude, his reaction to Bobby Green versus Jalen Turner tells you everything.
Did he pick Bobby Green?
No, he picked Jalen Turner, but like you were saying, like family friendly. Like I remember rewatching his reaction to it, and he has a smile on his face because he's got his pick right, and he slowly fades. And if you side by side that with Guru's reaction of Guru absolutely having a fucking episode,
he's dead.
He's like, bro, he's fucking dead. Get off of him. And then Lucas Tracy's like, I got my pick right. Oh, that's a bad stoppage.
Yeah,
I'm just
Lucas Tracy's just sitting there with his arms folded like Patrick Bateman with no soul, just like
literally just fucking watching it happen.
Just calculated, marketed, fucking mass appeal. Fucking piece of shit. Anyway.
Either way, I got Jake Matthews in this one.
Yeah. Dude, if this video gets shadowed, man, it's really gonna. It will have to mean that like everything I upload gets like that there's like a. I mean, it's gonna make me conspiratorial. I mean, the one with it's like I knew as No Chill and I were filming the one that we did that like there's no way this shit doesn't get shadowed, man. But like,
right.
But anyway, I wonder if you're saying the word shadow man too many times. It's a shadow man. I'm paranoid, bro. Oh no, no, I'm not. All right, so yeah, I'm taking Jake Matthews. I think he's a lock. I think Prado. Prado has, he's 1-2 in the UFC. He's got the first round knockout against Zaitair, who just got knocked out by Michael Johnson, and which puts Zaitair on a 3-fight knockout loss streak.
Fuck Zaitair, bro. Fuck him.
Yeah, I mean, I had Johnson. Yeah. Yeah, he's part of that gang. You know about that?
He also tried to fucking sneak shit into the UFC on
High
Island. Like, what the fuck was that? Oh, dude, it's just potatoes.
No, him and his boys, dude. They kidnap and pistol whip somebody or some shit like that.
I don't know. Fuck him, dude.
Yeah.
He's also just shit at fighting, if I'm gonna be real.
I mean, yeah, he's not good.
So like, I don't rate that win, from Prado, and it's also just like, if you look at the people they're losing to, he lost to Malarkey. And he lost
to Malarkey, and
if you look at Matthews is losing to people like Michael
Morales. He went the distance with Michael Morales, which is very impressive.
Right, and Morales is really good.
He is a welterweight. I mean, he submitted Darius Flowers, which Darius Flowers I thought was Darius Flowers was a lightweight though. Yeah, because he fought Michael Johnson. So Jake Matthews has fought. They both fought at lightweight. The difference is Prado. I don't think he's ever fought at welterweight, or has he?
Doesn't look like it. Not in the UFC at least.
Yeah. Now, the Matthew Semmelsberger loss is like, I mean, that was the one I had to go back and watch because that don't look too good for Matthews. But that's 4 fights back. And
that was also like 2 years ago. He had time to develop.
No, yeah, and it was a 29-28. Someone gave Semmelsberger a 30-27. I mean, honestly, like, Jake Matthews just looked like shit, and he looked like he was injured. Honestly, he looked like he was injured. The way he moved was not the way he moved. He looked like he had some kind of either lower back injury or one of his legs was fucked up. But yeah, that is 2 years ago, and he's had 3 fights since. He submitted Darius Flowers, Michael Morales. He made it. Did he? I mean, he beat Philip Rowe in his last fight. Morales fight, dude. I probably should. Yeah, he did make it competitive against Morales. One judge gave Morales all 3 rounds, but it was a 29-28. Trying to remember that fight. That was the main event. Oh yeah, that was Brendan Allen versus Paul Craig. But that was that the co-main? It was. Yeah. It was the co-main. Yeah, Morales versus Jake Matthews, and he did have his round. I forget if it was the first or second round where it was on the feet. He wouldn't let Morales and Morales only struck in that fight. He didn't grapple much. So yeah, no, Matthews is definitely. I think Matthews is a lock. Actually, I don't think Prado has a chance. To be honest.
Yeah. Next fight.
Jimmy Crute versus Rodolfo Bellato.
I've got Bellato, round 1 knockout.
I have Bellato as well. I think Bellato's a lock. Now, here's the thing, right? Rodolfo Bellato. Is he an impressive fighter, right? He's 12-2. Same record as so many people's choice for the fight we just discussed, Francisco Prado. Not mine, but Bellato's only fought Ihor Peteria. Second round knockout, right?
But that was back when like Ihor Peteria wasn't like complete.
It was. I mean, and Peteria, Peteria managed to not get knocked out against Cesar Almeida, who slept Al Hassan. ParadoxxTheChad. He slept Al Hassan. Remember when I laughed my ass off because Paradox thought he was Paradox got loud as
Someone says.
Someone would say, "Get loud, bro." 8,200 pot. I mean, I'm not scared to mention JVD Media's name, but No Chill gets mad when. Well, actually, No Chill doesn't get mad when anything.
He just doesn't like talking about him.
Yeah. Dude, that's a.
I don't know.
That's a good fight.
It's also just like, bro, Jimmy Crute not only lost to Anthony Smith. I know he got a leg injury, whatever. Jamal Hill.
I mean,
Alonzo
Jamal Hill.
Vanderbilt
It's
draw.
okay. So like, it's not that he lost to Jamal Hill. It's that he was just disestablished by Jamal Hill. It was, what was it, 48 seconds? I mean, and it was. I mean, that was a bad loss. And I mean, and before that, Anthony Smith forced a doctor stoppage after one round on him. Like, you know,
How are you
I mean,
getting injured by Anthony Smith? Anthony Smith
that
can't even
shouldn't be
protect his
happening.
family.
Not even in 2021. And I mean, now, okay, so October 17th, 2020. Okay, set the scene because fucking COVID and all that, right? He did knock out Modestas Bukauskas. It's probably his most impressive win. You know, before that, he now this is Jimmy Crute came into the UFC, okay, and in his first fight, he submitted Paul Craig, and that was his 2018 Paul Craig. This is when Paul Craig was Paul Craig, like the legend, not Paul Craig, the sad Scottish embarrassment.
Lead body kick. I'm gonna pull guard.
I mean, Paul Craig, the only fighter to ever beat Magomedov. It's like that's the Paul Craig of the lore that Jimmy Crute beat in a round 3 submission, which was crazy. After and that's after I did rewatch that fight just to make absolutely certain that my choice of Rodolfo Bellato as a lock is not completely misinformed, and that I'm not gonna get batteries thrown at me, and I won't be violently attacked for having him as a round robin. Because I think Bellato just he's just gonna embarrass Jimmy Crute, dude. And by what I mean by that is I just think there's no category that Bellato doesn't have the edge in. I think his striking is better. I think his grappling is better, and I just don't I don't know what Jimmy Crute could possibly do. I mean, it's rough to see if you're Crute. I mean, and I try to see this fight. It's gonna be and you know what? Honestly, people have been bitching about this fight being on the main card, and it's yeah, it shouldn't, whatever. But it will be a good fight, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And I say no matter what because it's if Jimmy Crute pulls an upset, he'll have to do it in spectacular fashion. Otherwise, Bellato, I mean, there's, it's an early finish is never not a good fight to watch. It's never not a fun to see a fast early finish. But the next fight is where where I gather everybody around to watch this fight. You know what I'm saying? Next fight.
What? Taliesin Teixeira versus Justin Tafa.
Yeah. So
I'm picking Taliesin Teixeira.
I know you are. You little Ilia Topuria loving. I mean, I like Ilia Topuria too, but you love Topuria. No, I love Taliesin Teixeira. No, I don't actually. What am I talking about?
Hey, yo, bro.
I love Justin Tafa.
You heard it here. He's picking Taliesin Teixeira.
No, I'm picking Justin Tafa, and here's why. Okay, people go, oh my God, what Taliesin Teixeira's got 7 inches of height on him. He's got 9 inches of reach on him. Austin Lane had an inch less, and Taliesin Teixeira's fought nothing opponents except his Contender Series opponent. He took a lot of shots, even though he got on the Contender Series. He got hit with shots that it was a first round knockout, minute 57, against Arthur Lopez, who was barely a heavyweight at 218 pounds. Brazilian guy, right? He landed a decent amount on Taliesin Teixeira. If Justin Tafa lands once, definitely twice, especially with an uppercut, which like against Austin Lane.
Dude, honestly, I might fucking pick Tafa.
Dude, it's you're looking at the betting.
I'm kind of looking. I'm actually locking in and looking at fucking Taliesin's fucking record right now.
Opponents, dude.
A 1-1, a 4-15.
Yeah, dude, that's
a 2-1, a 2-1, and
that's
a 6-1.
who's paying the promotion to let him keep fighting.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Justin Tafa. Knockout.
See that in the room.
I had to lock in for a second, bro. Like,
Dude,
fucking hell.
I'm telling you, dude, it's like, it's and it's gonna be, because this is the thing, like, this is the thing, Fight Fairy, this is the thing, fucking, this is the thing, Lane, this is, like, it's like, I'm sorry, dude, it's like, the Brazilian lords, like, I mean, and it's not, I mean, I don't know, people just don't. It's like, you see an impressive Contender Series performance, and people think that, like, they're gonna go into the UFC and they're gonna beat a guy just because he lost his last fight. Carl Williams Carl Williams lunged at Tafa from a distance, wrestled him to the ground, and held him down. That's how he won that fight. All right. Before that, Austin Lane, who is an inch shorter than Santos with the same reach, okay, got knocked out in 22 seconds, I'm sorry, by Justin Tafa in the same arena where this fight's happening in Australia. Austin Lane's been putting away guys who are 6'6" and 6'7" in this arena for a minute. So he's about to do it again. I also think
Justin Tafa probably fights better with his home crowd cheering him on too. Like, a lot of those Australian guys, I feel like they fight better with the crowd on their side.
I mean, yeah.
Which I know it shouldn't factor too much into a fight, but it's just something I do think
about.
Yeah,
I mean, there's home. There's sometimes there's a little bit of hometown advantage. I feel like that's what turned Frez Yem into the fighter we saw against Mike Davis. Like when he beat Frivola on the Paris card. There's first finish in a long time, not just in the UFC, but also though I think that Justin Tafa is. I mean, he had never really been laid on like the way he was against Carl Williams in his last fight. Like to where someone was able to just take him to the ground and hold him down. Because he was and anytime he landed maybe like 3 strikes in that fight before, Carl Williams was far away from him and then lunged those takedowns, knowing that if he Justin Tafa finds the button, it's over.
Right.
And Tafa has a very Tom Aspinall way of finding. He's got power, right, for sure. But when he connects directly with, the.
Got it. Justin Tafa beats Aspinall, confirmed. He's gonna make a run. This is true.
Dude, okay, listen. Don'Tale Mayes is now ranked because they cut Rosenstrike. Don'Tale Mayes is ranked at 15. Let's put Justin Tafa there. All right, like come on.
I mean, yeah, realistically, like Don'Tale Mayes is just
He's
the
I'm
same. I'm sorry. Who the fuck did he beat to get ranked? Or like
he's the
who was
nobody,
he beat
dude.
that
Nobody, just like Bo Nickel, dude, is now ranked. But anyway, dude, Don'Tale Mayes is. Give Tafa Don'Tale Mayes after he beats Towson Teixeira. Don'Tale Mayes is the same height as Teixeira and Austin
why
Lane.
the fuck is he ranked over Justin Tafa? They're both coming off losses. It would make more sense to fucking
yeah. Dude, Tafa better slide into number 15 after this, and then get that fight back against the Lima that his brother had to fill in for him on a day's notice against. Because he would have won. He would have beaten Marcus Rogerio. But anyway, Justin Tafa beats Towson Teixeira. You heard it here, and anybody that disagrees with me
is wrong.
Owes me a nice compliment or a groveling apology, whichever one is harder on your soul.
Weili Zhang versus Tatiana Suarez. I've got Zhang.
I'm gonna go with Gotti. I'm gonna go with based Gotti on this, and I'm not gonna go with based Gotti. Like, I didn't do my own research, but I know that Gotti's taking Suarez, and I know Gotti. I love you, but you came in second to last for worst predictions of last year, but that's okay because Tatiana Suarez. She's too finish hungry and with the skills to back it up, dude. Weili has, and dude, it's gonna be like this is a women. This is one of those WMMA fights. I know the Fight Night Frankie says they don't exist, but this is one of those WMMA fights that actually, that is actually exciting.
Those don't
because
exist unless if it's Kayla Harrison versus like Pena.
Kayla Harrison versus Pena. It doesn't matter who wins that because Macy Chasten's the dark horse, bro. She's coming for the belt. She's gonna beat Ketlin Vieira.
Dude, fucking no, bro. I'm telling you right now, I cannot wait to see Kayla Harrison throw Pena around the. Brock Lesnar's gonna pick up fucking Pena and throw her out of the argument.
Don't forget.
Octagon.
I don't care what happens between Pena and Kayla Harrison, really, because I know Macy Chasten's coming for the belt. But don't forget, Juliana Pena armbarred Amanda Nunes, bro. And then the rematch. That rematch was.
You mean choked her out? She didn't armbar her.
In their first fight. Yeah, no, she
got rear naked choke though. I thought.
Wait, check that. And then, you know what? Wait, I couldn't check.
I'm checking. Rear naked choke round 2. Because she slipped onto her back and like fucking.
Dude, the second fight I'm thinking of because of how many arm bars she had that Nunes got out of, bro. Like, look at the submission attempts in that second fight, dude. Those are bloodbath. Juliana Pena, honestly, is one half of what I will say.
Dude, she's the female version of Drickus when it comes to striking, though.
I mean, yeah. Now, I guess, but dude, yeah, she's fallen off.
I mean, now she always has been, bro.
No, dude, she's fallen off hard since the Amanda Nunes fights, bro. The second Amanda Nunes versus Juliana Pena fight is like that. It's like if you're like, oh, it's banned WMMA because it's boring. It's like, all right, watch this, man. Like this fight, and a couple of Macy Chasten fights, like where she elbowed Mayra Buena Silva. Fucking dude, I saw some people are so desperate for like puns and bullshit. Like I saw someone call her Mayra Buena skillless, and it's like you're really reaching.
That's not even no.
It's bad. It's so bad, dude.
I thought one that was good is like when Gene Silva fought Drew Dober, people were saying Gene Silva, not Gene Bronze. If you know, you know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I thought that was funny.
That's pretty funny. Fly like Mike, not like Kobe.
Right.
Fucking. All right, yeah. I'm taking Suarez. What's your argument for Zhang? Just dartboarding.
I don't fucking know.
Dartboarding that one like your bro Lucas Tracy.
I don't know. She had a pretty dominant fight with Yan Xiaonan. She's kind of. I feel like I kind of view her as the fucking women's version of Pantoja, where she's just not gonna get beat for like a while, and she's kind of just killing the division because
he's about to lose to Kai Kara France, man.
He's not losing.
I actually don't know who I'm gonna pick on that.
I might pick Kai Kara France, and
it's too early. It's too early to
pray for him to do so because
he's a new fighter, dude. Like,
dude, Kai Kara France is like
between Albazi and Erceg, he's a new fighter. Like, between
I know, and it's like. He, like, on paper is the guy to beat Pantoja. He's explosive early. He has pretty wicked takedown defense. And, like, Pantoja, like, relies on his chin way too much. I feel like it's just going to go one of these days. And Kai Kara France might be the guy to do it.
I don't know. What I do know, or I think I know, is that Tatiana... Now, does Tatiana Suarez get... Oh, wait. Hold on. That's your fucking argument for Wiley? Well, she looked pretty good. No, what do you got? Come on. We're talking about
honestly, I'm gonna be real. Like, I don't know, and I don't care. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Women's strawweight is just so hard for me to watch.
See, this is the thing. Like, it's like, yeah.
I like Kayla Harrison. I like watching her throw people across the octagon, like senior citizens at Holly
Holm. She got exposed a bit though by Ketlin Vieira on the ground.
No,
yeah,
it was.
That would never happen to Macy Chasten, bro.
Yeah, because she get knocked the fuck out.
Dude, Macy Chasten is 5'11". Macy Chasten's a man, right? Like
Mikki Mase.
People say Kayla Harrison's a man, but Macy Chasten is like a man.
Brock Lesnar versus fucking what's her face?
Tanya.
No.
Yeah, and it'll go probably like the first Lesnar Mir fight where like she's throwing cinder block fists until she gets knee barred.
She's not gonna get knee barred.
Dude, Juliana Pena, like she I mean people are like and look
Bro,
away
this
and
is the
laugh when I
fucking
say
problem.
he gets in slick submissions, but it's like
The issue is
their history.
I don't even get like exposed for being a casual for not like paying attention to like fucking any of these other fights on the card. It's literally just the fucking one like women's strawweight, and it's for the fucking belt too. Like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because you had, I mean, dude, well, I mean, you know, Cong Wang is pretty easy. That's the only other women's fight on this. But no, dude, this is actually like an interesting fight. I'm sorry, you know.
I think I'm just gonna go Zhang.
Sorry,
Actually,
Frankie, bro. You know,
for
you're
Tapology's picks,
God,
for Tapology's picks wise, I'm gonna go Suarez, but
all right,
I'm gonna say Weili Zhang just so if it happens, I can be like, well, actually, I told you so in the prediction video. But on paper, I still have it right.
Dude, all right.
I honestly, I was okay. I was leaning Suarez for a while, but I don't know why. I just have this feeling that Zhang Weili is gonna get it done. I don't know. It's literally not even. Huh?
Zhang Weili's Zhang Weili's gonna break Tatiana Suarez's finishing streak. Tatiana Suarez. So the inactivity, quote unquote. I say quote unquote. I mean, yeah, it's like she hasn't fought since August of 2023, right? So we're talking about a year and a half ago. She submitted Jessica Andrade, submitted Montana De La Rosa, who's way better than people think. She knocked out Carla Esparza, who is a former.
She submitted Grasso too.
Submitted Alexa Grasso in the first round.
Sorry, Juice Man.
So yeah, Juice Man. Oh yeah. He hasn't been around since that alt account showed up. Wonder if there's any
correlation.
2 + 2 = fucking Juice Man's guilty. But anyway, Amanda.
He's flying out to fucking the Bronx.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Wait, sorry, what?
He's flying out to the Bronx to prove you like that you're soft or whatever.
No, I'll be back in LA, dude. He doesn't know how to box, dude. I'm gonna kick him in the head. I told him. I told him what I was gonna do. It's like if he's serious, it's like I told him what I was gonna do. It's like he just boxes. He thinks he's gonna like be able to beat
the funniest threat.
5 years of Muay Thai and 12 years of Taekwondo.
The funniest threat you can say to like someone who isn't a fighter is, "I'm gonna kick you in the head," because they have no idea. Like they think you're gonna.
I literally told him what I'm gonna do. It's like I asked him, if he's Orthodox or Southpaw. He's like, I'm Orthodox. All right. I'm like, all right. I'm gonna throw with my left leg. I'm gonna throw an inside leg kick. It's gonna hit you in your left leg. Okay. Then I'm gonna step back and I'm gonna throw probably a question mark kick to the left side of your head. And I'm telling you that right now. And you're still not gonna be able to.
You still can't do anything about it.
Like,
but no, can you imagine like if you didn't
it's
fight?
Like, dude, go in your boxing gym and hit your, like trying to get ready for what's gonna happen.
I want you to picture this though. Imagine you're somebody who's never fought before, never watched combat sports, and somebody says, "I'm gonna kick you in the head." You probably imagine they're gonna run at you and try and like fucking
like some Tom
flying, like some fucking Tom and Jerry shit, and then they just whip up a question mark kick, and you're just out cold on the fucking concrete.
Yeah, dude. People don't realize like how much power much more power, I should say, that
because you like walk on your legs every single day. You know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Muay Thai though is like it's like, dude, if I could go back.
Also, other activities give leg strength too. Other activities give leg strength too. Juice Man wouldn't know anything about them though.
No.
You're familiar with them?
If I'm gonna take that I can't remember if he wants to like hard spar or if he just wants to. But if he goes to a boxing gym, they're not gonna have shin pads, so it's just he's gonna.
They're just straight shin to his fucking.
Yeah, dude. I'll go like he's gonna be taking fucking like an iron rod to the. Oh god.
Oh fuck! Now bring your own shin pads. Don't fuck them up that bad.
No, I will. If it's just a boxing gym, they're gonna be like, what are?
I'll say this:
we've never seen.
You should give him.
You're trying to like strike with your legs. Like this is unheard of.
Well, it's not only that, but like I think it would be really funny if you decided to not full power, just enough to like.
Dude, I'm not gonna try to like knock the dude.
Don't fucking fully flatline him, but like kick him hard enough that it's like. So, okay, so like boxers know how to take a hit to the face, but somebody who's never taken a hit before and gets smacked in the face, and then just the shock of that hit, kick him hard enough so that he feels like that again.
Well, dude, if I kicked him, if I kick him into the body or head with depending on, like, I won't side kick him, because if I side kick him, I'll probably crack his ribs.
You just land right on the liver.
Yeah, I mean that's worse than actually. I mean, you'll recover from taking a shot to the liver faster, but the pain in the moment of the liver shot is so much worse than.
I swear, to somebody who's never been hit in the liver before, if you're kicked in the
if
liver,
you've never been
you
hit in the
shit your
liver,
pants.
for people who have never trained competitive, or done any kind
even
of
just been hit before, I swear, you get kicked in the liver by somebody who's done Muay Thai, like you're shitting your pants. Eventually.
Yeah, it's or even just a punch, or something with not even that much power on it. If it hits the spot, it really, like, it's the worst pain that that you can experience in like a fight, probably in any kind of combat sports. I mean, other than like your bones breaking if you're too stupid to tap in time to, submission, that if
those suck, but like, it's like, those suck, but like, you can always tap out. Like, my thing is I've never been scared of like going out cold.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Somebody's got me, like, it's uncomfortable on my neck, and I hate that. But like, if my mindset is like, listen, if I were to fight for a world championship, I don't care how uncomfortable like my fucking esophagus is. I don't care. I'm going out. Like, I'm doing everything I can. But if it's like a fucking arm or like a leg, I don't know. I just wouldn't want to risk like breaking an arm or breaking a leg. I feel like maybe in a championship fight, I would probably just be like, yeah, you're gonna have to rip it off. But like, generally speaking, I don't know.
Damn.
Because I wouldn't. Because
is that what you're gonna tell? Is that what you're gonna tell Ilya on your wedding night?
I fucking knew you were gonna say some dumb shit like that.
When he straps.
He's not fucking getting. He's not getting me in an arm. Ilya doesn't get arm.
Rip it off with that.
Why am I even entertaining this?
You're like,
all right, next fight.
You're gonna lie to Ilya that you're allergic to latex.
All right, Sean Strickland versus Dickus Darquifus. Drickus Duplessis.
Exactly. The guy.
I've got, that being said, I've got Duplessis round 4 knockout.
Why would you say that about your side piece, man? No, dude, you have to get in line for that. Dougie's got. Dude, I'm shouting out all the boys in this video, because
nobody said anything about Concho, bro. Chill out.
Dougie's got a 3-hour, 12-minute autobiographical odyssey he's gonna owe me when Strickland wins. All right, so here, I'll let you go first, though. You're taking Dricus. Please elaborate.
Let it be known to everybody who's watching, if Dricus wins, he owes me $312. If
I'm gonna owe combined, because it'll be $312 it's a good number.
For Strickland winning, I have to go live on Vertical for 312 minutes.
312 minutes, which is how many hours?
5 hours.
Is it exact? That's not exact.
It's 5 hours and 12 minutes.
There we
go. Or we could do 3 hours, 12 minutes.
No.
Okay, all right.
Dougie has to make a video, like, so that's hours that he's got to make and edit.
Okay,
something.
Fair enough.
So, like, you just have the Vertigo stream. But because like, dude, it's like the problem. Okay, so like, look, like, what if the staph infection shit is like that's the. I don't know, man. It's like I've been researching. This is like how much I don't want Strickland to lose, and also want to, dude, this is a very hard card to sweep, but like, like it's important to, to.
I can't remember if this was Guru saying this, but I heard somebody say it, and I want to reiterate this point. It could have been you. It could have been Guru. It looks like his staph is being untreated, which is better because a lot of people say the antibiotics that you take, they fuck your cardio so bad.
There's basically, it's like, so they would give you one of 4 types of antibiotics. From what I can tell, like 2 of them at least would have side effects that would definitely impact his fight ability.
But I've never worried about Strickland's cardio, even if he would be on like
antibiotics. No, it's not just
but dude,
we're talking about reaction time and shit. Strickland.
Okay.
I mean, do you remember the interview where Dreykus, I think it was Guru's interview with Dreykus, where he said, where Dreykus said that if you're fighting Strickland, you should be ready to hit the air like more than connect like 90% of the time. And that's that's Strickland's reflex.
Just kind of reinforces my Drickus pick now.
Does it?
Because it's like, dude, Drickus is so fucking unpredictable. And listen, I'm kind of a fan of Drickus. Here's my thing. With Drickus,
just don't be lazy and complacent and stupid if you think you're winning like Izzy was. And
right.
I mean, that's not the only. Yeah. I mean,
my thing is
to
like
lose in the UFC. I mean, I don't think that away from him.
Yeah, I don't fucking I'm not like this Drickus super fan. He's growing on me. I was rooting for Strickland the first time around, but ever since Drickus got it done, I've kind of been like, all right, he's growing on me. He's growing on me.
He committed an act of larceny, of robbery.
All right, whatever, buddy. My point being, ever since he won the belt, I've kind of been rooting for him, especially against Izzy, because I want to see Izzy
lose.
Another
fight. He was losing that fight, and Izzy left himself open for a hot second. Dreykus has great reflexes. He has a really good fight IQ, but he was losing that fight. He was taking shots to the body that had him gassing out going into the fourth round. He
looks so shit in all of his fights.
He was down 2 rounds.
He looks so shit, and he wins.
I know. Yeah. True that.
It's so fucking funny,
but
bro.
It's like, and it's like, but he lost. I'm sorry, he lost the first fight against Strickland. Strickland is the only person. Whitaker got finished. Izzy got finished. Strickland got robbed. It was a split. Even if you have it, let's sake of argument, let's say Dreykus won. Very, very razor close split decision. Right. Now there is a lot of people forget that.
People forget, man.
Yeah, they really do, actually. And it's so, dude. It's like listen, just really quick. People say like to say that people forget something is something that more. It's like there's more human beings out there that use that phrase than Joe Rogan. And I love MMA Guru, but it's like
it's every time in my head now.
It's like to be made as an MMA, just like part of the fucking MMA YouTube. If I say the word community one more time, I'm gonna smash my head in this table. But MMA YouTube, right? And be made to feel that every time you say people forget this or that, you have to do Guru's impression of Joe Rogan is burdensome. It's
I love it.
Also, I think it speaks to an atmosphere of fear that MMA Guru is allowed to be. And also just, please, dude, just get a bet. Please, the Bet US or Kirigo, not Prize Picks. Everybody
I've never used anything other than Bet US, and I can only say positive things about Bet US.
Nice.
So.
Yeah. And yes, BetUS.com, Kirigo.com are the only sites that will not do things like.
And the reason why I bring that up is because I feel like my thing is so the thing about BetUS is if I had such a shitty experience with it, I would be running to another betting site. I've had nothing but pleasant experiences. The only time I lose money is because I haven't done enough research on my parlays, and I like to make parlays, and it's always on me.
Yeah.
But they've never had an issue whenever I want to cash out. They've never had an
requesting, issue. And that's that's one of the main things when it comes to the back. I should save this for the betting advice video because I've spent 2 of the last one just giving my round robins, not even really re-explaining round robins, which is kind of lazy of me, lazy and irresponsible, and just sort of almost teetering on the verge of playing into the negative trend, which I've been accused of being on.
Either way, what do you think Strickland's going to do different in this fight to win?
What I think he's going to do differently, and not that he has to do much differently, but he should. He should be prepared to. He should be prepared for Dreykus to explode out when being backed up. you know, you know, and I mean, I'm sure he's drilled takedown defense, which is takedown defense, by the way. I mean, he was taken down in the first fight. He was back to his feet. I mean, in 5 takedowns, Dragos had 2 minutes of control time. I mean, he was able to accomplish nothing with the takedowns. You know, and he may get him down once or twice, you know. But I think that, I mean, anyone who thinks Strickland can't wrestle, I mean, you know, go back, watch Brendan Allen and Strickland fight at catchweight.
Watch the Imavov fight. And the Imavov
Yeah,
fight
Imavov
ages so well for Strickland. Like
the Imavov fight and the Brendan Allen versus Strickland, which there was a catchweight 195 fight where Strickland actually wrestles him to the ground and knocks him out. You know, I'm talking about Brendan Allen, you know, who you know, the scrabbler and all that. But yeah, you know, I think that I think Strickland's, you know, going to Dragos does he does, you know, he blitzes people, you know, he has, but he also does, I mean, you know, he can stand and, you know, he can stand, and his boxing, you know, it's like people act like that just because Dragos has a very unorthodox, you know, couple of, you know, ways of fighting, that like he doesn't understand, like he doesn't have the acumen for technical, you know, a lot of technical striking, which he does, you know. And, you know, I think that Strickland's going to basically force him into, you know, a situation where it's like, you know, without, you know, he has to be technical, and he's not gonna, you know, I mean, now, like, you know, I mean, Dragos is gonna lunge takedowns for sure. So, you know, I feel, I mean, you know, it's like Strickland being like, yo, it's like, let's sign a fucking contract to only stand and strike. I mean, you know, people act like, you know, that's like Strickland like giving up before the fact. It's so ridiculous, man. People are, you know, people are very, you know, they need
I
to
think
be
it's
on
just funny.
somebody's team. What?
I think it's just funny, if anything, that he's like, hey, let's stand and bang and not grapple.
Bro, like he doesn't, because like, I mean, he knows Dragos is gonna try to take him down. Like, you know, he's
You're
not
right.
stupid, and he doesn't think and like, you think he thinks Dragos is gonna say yes to that? You think that was real? It's
No.
like, of course not. He was well received in Australia too.
Yeah,
Dude,
I think so. Well, he always is, you know.
yeah. Well, I mean, not well. I mean, yeah. Since he won the belt there. I mean, but I think that and you know, I think that also, dude, I was telling Anakin that, like, you know, this fight's so close that like I might get superstitious and change my pick if he doesn't shave his mustache before he fights. But I don't care. I mean, I don't care, bro. Strickland's my boy. You know,
I think Drickus finishes him this time. I could see, bro. I'm sorry, I have it fourth round TKO. I think he just fucking,
bro,
out of nowhere, just
Alex
some fucking
Pereira is
goofy ass
there.
shit.
Alex Pereira, you heard, so, dude, for reasons unknown, except for maybe that, yeah, it's like, actually, I was about to say, like, Dragos said he could beat, but no, it was Pereira that said he could go down and beat Dragos. Like, Alex Pereira is a very hateful individual, according to Strickland. You see those interviews?
I've seen them, but I don't think Pereira beats Dricus at 185.
No, I don't. That's not what
I think he
I'm
beats
talking
him
about.
at maybe 205.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying, I'm speculating as to why Pereira supposedly has so much hatred for Dragos du Plessis. But either way, he's cornering Sean Strickland, which is very, I mean, that's
interesting.
I mean, it's not interesting. I mean, well, it is interesting, but it's not new. Like, you know, like Strickland's deceptively intelligent, and like, I'll say that to some people, and they'll know what I'm talking about. And then other people will be like, "What? But he's, you know," and it's like, "Nah, listen more closely, or go away, get away from me, you're a stupid person." And like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, he is deceptively intelligent. He went to train with Pereira after Pereira knocked him out, and that's why I say that there's three phases of Strickland. There's welterweight Strickland, then there's middleweight Strickland, before and then after Alex Pereira.
I agree.
And yeah, the Imavov victory ages very well for Strickland. You're right. You know, and you know, and Dragos is not to be underestimated. I mean, the fights that are brought up, you know, about Dreykus. Like, you know, I've heard, you know, people are still talking about how he barely beat Darrington. All these stupid. I mean, that, you know, he had. People forget that he had sinus surgery, which, you know, I mean, his cardio drastically improved after that.
Right.
You know, I think. Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't think that. I don't think the staph infection. Nothing I've seen so far tells me that this. I mean, the best way to do it, I think, is to. I mean, yeah, just go into the fight because, like, I mean, symptom. You know, if I change my pick because of the staph infection, like, I'll make a video on, like, you know, why Sean Strickland's staph infection is making me change my prediction. But, you know, I'm not. I just don't. You know, I don't think.
I don't know. I think Drickus finishes him this time, especially with the staff and just there's so many factors behind it. I think Drickus might catch him this time. I don't know. I just have that feeling. I can just see him like doing some goofy shit and like maybe like some fucking overhand from hell.
Overhand
I don't know.
I was gonna hit air, bro.
Nope.
Strickland's gonna raccoon eye him like he did in the first fight. I don't know, dude. Dude, what? I wonder, dude. What would what kind of emotions would you experience if Strickland finished Duplessis in the first round?
I would just be like by submission.
By submission, like literally, like here's what happens. Right, Strickland throws one calf kick that takes Dreykus's right leg out from under him. Okay, Dreykus's stomach
But
down.
that would never happen.
Strickland mounts him from the back and locks up a rear naked choke. Dreykus's stomach down. Let's say that happens, like 45 seconds first round submission for Strickland.
That would never happen though.
No, but just put yourself there in your mind. Like, what kind of emotions would you experience?
It's not like I like Drickus so much, so I wouldn't mind it. I would just kind of be in shock and awe. And I would probably like just I would probably be like, great, he loses to Chimaev.
Well, if he did, to be fair, if he did that, he might not lose to Chimaev. Because that's what Chimaev would do. Like, I mean, that's basically
to Drickus.
What?
That's what Chimaev would do.
Well, I mean, that's what he did to Whitaker. More, it's not what he did to Whitaker, but like, you know, that fucking face crank was a goddamn. I mean, dude,
well, if Strickland did that, I would just kind of be like, I'd be in shock, and I'd probably just be like, I feel like if anybody has a chance to beat Chimaev at middleweight, it's got to be Drickus.
No, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
He can fucking goofy his way to do it. I feel like.
I think that Chimaev. I mean, dude, it's like people are very obsessed with the fact that Khamzat Chimaev's like waiting in the wings, like, you know, acting, you know. So it's like, you know, people that are picking Strickland are looking past Dreykus, and people, you know, and vice versa. You know, trying to match up, like, you know, it's like that fight's not gonna happen until after the summer, more than likely.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and is Khamzat even next for the belt with the mob? I mean, does he not? Maybe he has another fight. Maybe they match him up with a mob up. I don't know. But I mean, it's
They'd probably match him up with like the loser of Strickland.
I mean, and also though, it's like if you know, when I should say here, I'll be like Stipe. But actually, let me not be like Stipe, because Stipe went on to finish after he said when I win. Right? No, Strickland wins though, and you know, it's like, do they give Dreykus? They shouldn't give Dreykus an immediate rematch because they.
No.
You know,
nobody wants to see the trilogy.
Yeah, I mean, it depends how it happens, I think.
If it's another razor close split decision, maybe, but
I hate split decisions, dude, because it's just all it means is like one, you know, like
a lot of people don't like realize
two
like
judges or one judge is like, you know, is being a dickhead almost always.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of people like don't get past the mental of it, of like a lot of people think like how I used to think about split decisions until I like actually like remind myself how they actually work. A lot of people think that it's like 2 judges gave it to Strickland and 3 gave it to Drickus. It's 2 judges gave it to Strickland, or 2 judges gave it to Drickus and 1 judge gave it to Strickland. Like a lot of people think they're a lot more close. It's like 2 judges. It's just when you hear split, you think it's like so much more divided than it actually is.
Yeah.
That's just always the way I've thought about it. Is I've always thought about it in the sense of like, it's a lot closer than I think.
Are annoying. It's like really, you saw that as a draw, did you? Like, yeah.
Yeah, majority decisions are kind of it. Well, it depends on the fight.
Yeah. Draws themselves are. I mean, dude, Jan versus Ankalaev caught. Dude, Ankalaev would be champion right now. Pereira would have never had the belt. So I mean, dude, and Alex Pereira is great, dude. But
I think he beats Ankalaev.
dude, dude, you really want to lose 2 main events in a row?
Do you want to go back to back?
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. We'll
I'll make an easy 600.
Find out Saturday night, baby.
We go find out Saturday night.
That was the last main event I predicted wrong. Was
you thought Holloway was gonna win?
Yeah, actually, truth be told, the last main event I predicted wrong was literally last weekend. I gotta get my numbers up this year. For fuck's sake.
I had
February's
my biggest flex.
Huh?
I said my biggest flex on picks was UFC 308. I called it down to the exact round on Tapology. I had Topuria round 3 knockout, and I got it.
My biggest flex on picks, well, it was. I mean, I had Strickland beating Izzy, but I didn't. There was like one fight I didn't get right on that card, and I'm talking about money, like on picks, but also money wise, because Topology can fuck off. Like, I mean, I'm invited to the Jerusalem group, so I do the Topology shit. It's just like 303. I swept 303. Martin Boudet and Andre Feely didn't make it easy though. But
yeah.
But Vinicius Oliveira, son.
Dude, I fucking got one fight wrong on the fucking.
Which one? On 303?
No, last week's card. Myra Bueno Silva.
Wait. You went 10 for 11 last week?
I went 10 for 11.
No, you didn't. What fight?
I dead ass. I'll screenshot.
You had a Mavov. Wait, you had a Mavov.
I had a Mavov, but I had him by submission.
You had, dude. I don't care about how. It's like you predicted the correct. Really?
Hold on. Yeah.
Let me. Dude, hold on. Oh, wait. Hold on, dude. I don't care about Topology. Just what fight did you get wrong?
Myra Bueno Silva versus fucking.
That
was the worst one I could have fucking got wrong. Dude, I literally had everything else, bro.
You went 10 for 11, huh? I went 8. Dude,
yeah.
I
everybody called me crazy for picking MVP. Everybody called me nuts.
Not Frankie, bro. Frankie got the glow.
MVP decision. I had Imavov submission. I had Pavlovich knockout.
Dude, it's so annoying. Like, it's like, yeah, it is 8 and 11, and the main and co-main were like 2 out of 3. Yeah, that was so annoying. I still won my bets with Lane, won my bets with Paradox, and all my round rounds. I think I added Char last minute, but people still broke even plus money. I was stupid to add Char last minute to the round robin. Dude, I gotta stop listening to or giving any credence, I should say. Like, it's not like I take in too much influence, but like I need to stop giving any credence to anybody but myself when when I'm picking locks and shit. Like, because it's just like like who's it's like, I'm sorry, like, how much do you make? Are you filling out taxes on your gambling winnings or that? Well, I mean, not you, dude. Fucking but there are those that like to no, anyway. All right, dude. Wow, this is the longest prediction video I've ever done by almost an hour.
Yeah.
But good.
I gotta go to bed.
You do have to go to bed, don't you?
I gotta go fucking work tomorrow. I do not want to go to work, but
you work early as fuck, don't you?
I work at 5 a.m. Yeah.
Like, you have to clock in at 5 a.m. or you have to?
Yeah, clock in at 5 a.m.
How far? What's the commute?
It's like 15 minutes. It's not that bad.
Okay. So what time
I get up at like 3:45. I get up. I'll like shower.
So you like get up and shower and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Brush my teeth, do all that stuff. I don't really eat breakfast, but I like to let my car warm up because it's cold as fuck here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's cold as fuck here. I'm still in New York, dude. It's shitty. I mean, it's shit like the weather.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. Yo. All right. So let's run. So I am taking, in opposition to GoodNoodleMMA, I'm taking Sean Strickland to beat Dragis Duplessis. taking or here. Let me go the other way. Starting with the early prelims, ending with the main event. Blah 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 blah. Hard. I feel like I'm selling myself.
Wait, what the fuck? Did a fight get canceled?
Nah, what? Really?
Maybe. Hold on. I can't fucking find the Tumendemberel versus.
Why?
It's not on my Tapology. Did it get canceled?
Yeah, topology.
I literally just went to refresh it to just go over all the fights, and it's not here.
Topology. My fantasy.
Whatever.
What is it? I mean,
I'm checking. I'm checking Twitter.
No way that fight's canceled.
It can't be.
I mean, it could be actually. That would be like a load off my mind, bro.
My fucking Twitter would load, that would be so nice.
I'm so happy I don't have Twitter.
Fight updates.
Alright, yo, let's figure this out because this prediction video is funny. Dude, my times, dude, I'm gonna have to make timestamps for this video that are gonna be absurd. I'm gonna have to like a break about like fucking Paradox and like, you know, so I'm gonna have to label chapters like Good Noodle nerds out on topology. Good Noodle's love for Ilya Topuria. What? Alright, what's up, dude?
Yeah, it got canceled per John Anik.
Wow, dude, you know what? Wait, really?
Yeah. Marcel on Twitter. Big Marcel, the guy who always announces fights and shit.
And got canceled. The whole fight's off?
The whole fight's off.
Oh, yo, you know that? Wow, okay. So I just had to email UFC Predictions Tracker to switch my pick for that fight, so whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm happy, dude, because you know why? I don't want my Mongolian to lose. I want his next fight to be, you know, to be like a nice, you know, like a nice Cody Durden or somebody that he can just, you know, that he can just like bulldoze through.
Yeah.
Cement his place as, you know, a descendant of Genghis Khan and, you know.
All right, well.
All right. So wait, so the first fight of this card is off, huh?
Yep. According to John Anik as well.
That invalidates like 18 minutes of this video, which is probably for the best. It's over 2 hours.
All right, well,
yo,
later, dude.
Good Noodle MMA. Like and subscribe to, I guess, my channel. Subscribe to Good Noodle MMA. Like his videos if you enjoy them, which you will. He will be streaming more, and I don't mean game streaming. He will be vertical streaming. His
never gonna happen.
Is you know, getting better and better by the day. Or his confidence in his camera presence. It's always been good, but
yeah,
he's, you know, for so long he you know, because, you know, he only had faith in himself on camera when he, you know, when his veins were full of the vitriol of you know, battling in the debate against a certain someone, which there will be a round 2 too, because, you know, that first fight just almost wasn't fair. Good Noodle cooked a certain gentleman, the Tank. But anyway, yeah. 312 is good, man. I really do believe that. I think it's gonna be. I think the actual card. It's like, you know, people try to, you know, and it's like you can look at a card and you go, oh, this is stacked and whatever, and it's like, oh, this is a shit. Why is this shit fight on here? But in reality, dude, it's like, you know, when you're actually, you know, after, it's always after the fact.
The fights make the card.
Yeah. I mean, you know, 307 was saved by the main event. I mean, people were bitching about 307. 308 was a dope card, but like, you know, and you know, there were, I mean, the main card kind of was boring, honestly. I mean, the fight on that card that was the best was Oral by Rebecca, even though Oral by got robbed. He rose from the dead in the 3rd round, bro. But yo, anyway, we could talk about MMA all night because we're not casual MMA fans, like, you
exactly.
know, most of this fucking community. But you know, you have to go to bed because you know, you have to wake up and, you know, shoot at the trees and shit tomorrow.
Yeah, basically. All right, later, man.
Take it easy, bro.
Peace.
Good Noodle MMA. That kid has a future. I'm serious. He does. He's you subscribe to Good Noodle MMA. And Jesus, this video is long. Like, oh my God, who's sitting to this? Well, you know what? I'll timestamp it and skip around. I'll get creative with the timestamps. All right. I feel like there's something else. There isn't. UFC 312 is good. All right, it's good. It's what? It's the best fight so far. They're the best card rather so far this year. Right. That's all. And if you're like, and anybody who's saying different, all right, like, comment on this, or somebody rat them out and comment on this and link their channels, and I'll challenge them to a debate. All right, Jesus. Jesus, I'm recording. How do I end this recording?